Well, he should be. As a VO?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's a VO.
Never do the access list.
As far as clear was, he was.
People was getting fired. Sorry.
Hello, my name is Robert Moore. Today I want to discuss with you the reason that I think the legalization of marijuana should happen. I'm going to give you a brief history of marijuana through the country, and it's changed from a useful product that the American government encouraged to one that is now currently a criminal act in many of the states. Between 1600 and 1900, American government encouraged the growth of the hemp plant. In 1619, Virginia Assembly required that all farmers grow hemp because hemp was used to make ropes, sails, and clothing that was distributed throughout the colonies. In Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Maryland, highlighting exactly how useful or how important hemp was, it was considered a legal tender. During the late 19th century, hemp was used openly over the counter in narcotics and medicine and was prescribed by doctors to individuals. In 1906, the Pure Food and Drug Act required that the labeling of all food or all cannabis used in medicines and food products be written clearly on the bottle. You move ahead to World War II, again, farmers were encouraged by the government to grow hemp for marine cordage, parachutes, and other necessities of the war effort. In fact, seeds were handed out by the government, and if you, as a farmer, you grew hemp, you were granted a draft deferment and were able to stay home and grow the product. Around 1937, Congress passed the Marijuana Tax Act, which effectively criminalized marijuana, making it illegal except for use in industry and medicinal purposes. The government became tougher during the 1980s on marijuana when President Ronald Reagan signed the Anti-Abuse Act. That, along with the Comprehensive Crime Control Act of 1984, gave stiffer penalties to marijuana in regards to possession. So 100 marijuana plants now equaled 100 grams of heroin. With the 3 strikes program enacted in many states, life sentences became mandatory for drug abuse offenses. So simply being called marijuana 3 times can land you for the rest of your life in jail. According to the FBI, 43% of all drug arrests are for possession of marijuana, with 6% of those arrests being for the sales and market or distribution of marijuana. A little under half of all people who are arrested for drug abuse offenses are for marijuana are currently in jail. Half of it. The Urban Policy Center, the Urban Justice Policy Center, yearly cost of housing a prisoner, feeding them, and taking care of them and providing medical care is $21,006. The average incarceration period for marijuana is 36 months. Approximately 760,000 people are currently in jail for marijuana, which, if you average out the $21,000 and then you times it by the amount, it's at $16 billion yearly that it costs the American government and the American taxpayers to take care of these people in jail for marijuana. With the average sentence, that balloons up to $48 billion over 3 years. If the government were to tax marijuana at a normal rate, which is 30% of the value of a product, it is expected that they would collect $2.4 billion in revenue. If they were to apply a sin tax to marijuana, similar to alcohol and cigarettes, which is a 75 to 80% rate of the product's value, it is expected that they would collect $9.4 billion. If you couple that with the estimated $7.7 billion it takes to enforce marijuana laws that are currently on the books, then the government could expect to save $16 billion annually. The move towards legalizing marijuana has already started. with Colorado and Washington both legalizing it. Many other states have decriminalized marijuana use, making it nothing more expensive than a simple tape. With a projected savings of $16 billion or more, it just makes fiscal sense for the government to legalize marijuana. Thank you for your time.